Better late than never.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I know I'm late to the party, I just couldn't decide how I was going to tackle this, but since I'm going back to work after 7 glorious months of furlough and there's other videos I want to work on, I just want to get this out of the way. First things first, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is another win for Marvel, however that doesn't mean I loved it. Just like WandaVision, there are aspects of the show I really love, but it's not a show I can talk about a lot. I mean, maybe it's just me getting used to seeing these Marvel characters in a TV format. Falcon and the Winter Soldier has got some really great character moments and also some great additions to the MCU, and the action stuff has a nice cinema feel to it. The thing that lets me down about the Falcon and Winter Soldier is the story. Let's talk about the characters. Now, Sam Wilson, who doesn't want to take on the mantle as Captain America because he's worried that he wouldn't live up to the legacy, but he's got some personal issues like the family business and his sister. And during the course of the show, he comes to his senses that if he doesn't become Captain America, someone else will come along, like John Walker that we see during the show. He will corrupt what Captain America should be. And that costume at the last episode is just beautiful. It's like they ripped it out the comics and they didn't change it at all without it. They updated a little bit, but it didn't feel like it was modified. For Bucky Barnes, it's really cool for what the show did for him. They gave him some breathing room to deal with his past and find his place in this world. The dynamic between Sam and Bucky is just so fun, especially at the beginning. It does have that buddy cop feel to it. I don't understand why they don't call him White Wolf anymore. Zemo is such an underappreciated villain in the MCU, and I think it's because you can easily write him out of Civil War and it'd still be a great film. But in this, I gotta say he's handled way better. I mean, yes, he wears the purple mask for like 2 seconds, but in this, he's not really a bad person. Yes, he does bad things, but for good reasons. And I think I was rooting for him at times, especially the dance scene. So John Walker as like the new Captain America is a great addition, and as a character I would love to see more in the MCU. Now, originally I thought he was going to be like an evil version of Captain America, but he's so much more. At first he tries so hard to be Captain America and he comes to his senses he cannot be Captain America because he's the complete opposite. He puts revenge over justice. And I know at the finale he does kind of redeem himself, but he's nothing like Captain America, and I love what they did with the character. The Flag Smashers are an intriguing villain, but I wouldn't say they were handled that great in the show, but I do like the fact their point of view does make an impact by the end of the show, but I wouldn't say they're really a threat compared to many other MCU villains. The action stuff is great. It does have that like cinema-esque feel to it. If I had to pick one that really stands out, it would probably be at the beginning of episode 5 when Bucky and Sam are trying to take the shield off of John Walker. The major problem that really drags this show for me is the story itself. Yes, it does explore themes of legacy, racism and commitment, but the pacing, I mean, it was so clunky, it was so weighty, and especially at the end, it does feel like it was taking shortcuts. I think the issue is the story itself was just too big for this 6-episode series. So overall, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a show I did like from Marvel, but it isn't a show I loved compared to many other people. And it's due to the fact is the story. On paper, it does sound great, but it doesn't transition that well on screen. But the characters save the show, so I'm going to give a 7.2 out of 10. In years' time, I think we're going to go back to the show, and it's going to be considered as a solid setup to Captain America 4. And this is just speculation, but maybe Armor Wars. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Go like, share and subscribe. Let me know, what did you think of the Falcon and Winter Soldier? Go check out my Facebook, my Twitter and my Instagram page. You guys are awesome. I've got your back.